Hi everyone, I'm Steena. Welcome to Light My Being. Today, I really wanted to focus on something that I've experienced, and that is giving your energy to a toxic individual or group of toxic people and toxic situations or narcissistic connections or narcissistic situations as well. And when you give out your energy to draining people and to painful situations, what it does is your focus shifts from your healing, your peace, and your identity to living in survival mode in that experience. And survival mode can look like overthinking, pleasing, chasing closure, and fixing the situation constantly. And reclaiming your energy means choosing to stop feeding what exhausts you. What is it that is exhausting you in that experience, in that situation, in that difficult people, right? It's about pulling the focus away from chaos to inner stability, your well-being, and your identity. So if we really think about it, right, what is it costing you? What is it really costing you, right? In terms of your energy that you're putting into these difficult people, into these painful experiences, painful situations. You know, if you really think about what it's costing you, I want you to look at this. Think about what ways have you been neglecting yourself whilst you've been focusing on this? Where have you been neglecting yourself while you've been focusing on this? Because if you really think about it, the amount of energy you are giving out in terms of mental energy, emotional energy, that leaves you with feeling tired, emotionally tired, physically tired, mentally tired, right? So what else can you give out in your life if you're feeling fatigued in all those key areas that make your life, that make you want to live, you know? So that's really, where I would put a lot of thought into, what is this costing you in terms of your energy? Another part is what part of your life is taking a backseat. And I can say with this experience that I've had, right, in terms of difficult people and painful situations, when I came out of a painful situation, it's almost apart from living in survival mode, I was frozen. Like I didn't know how to incorporate energy into myself. I wasn't even aware that I didn't know that at the time. And, what did it cost me? It cost me time. It really did. It cost me the energy that I could have put into healing myself, into connecting with myself. And that is something as humans we do throughout life. That's just part of healing. We are all healing from something emotionally, mentally, physically in our lives, right? And my last one is this. Are you trying to fix, prove, or earn something by giving this energy out? And this also leads to this as well, guys. I have to say this as well. It leads to this. Why are you staying with that situation or that difficult person? And I mean that in terms of energy, because, I want you to think about, what are you holding on to? Are you holding on to, and being honest with yourself with this, are you holding on to potential? Are you holding on to the history you have, or hope instead of reality? So I think having an honest, genuine conversation with yourself about this would really help. Because if you are somebody who is giving, who is forgiving, and you are wanting peace, then I want you to have an honest conversation with yourself about the energy, the mental energy you are putting into the difficult person, the painful situation, because it's not doing anything for you really, if you really think about it, right? So moving on from that, I want us to focus on reclaiming your power and choosing yourself, basically. And we're going to begin with this. What does it look like to stop pouring energy into this? What does it look like? Visualize it. If you didn't have to do that for a day, what would your day be like? How would you be feeling? What else could you engage with in terms of your thoughts and your emotions, movement, action throughout the day, right? What are the things, you could be doing that you felt held back from this, from putting your energy into this difficult people and painful situations? My last one also is this. No, it's not my last one actually. What boundaries in terms of mental, emotional, and physical boundaries do you need to put into place? And if you're feeling a bit anxious about putting boundaries up, I want you to think of boundaries as this, because this is exactly how I experience boundaries. Boundaries for me is when I go through my front door of my home, I shut my door. This is my space, my safe space, my home, and I will only allow who I choose to walk through my door and be in my safe space. That's how precious my home is to me. I'm very aware of what kind of impact if a negative person that I knew would knock on my door and come into my home. And if I don't want it, then I will place those boundaries. I won't open a door, right? Because it's your home. You are your home. You protect it, you nurture it, you love it, right? And it's up to you to put those boundaries, right? So my last one in terms of reclaiming your power and choosing yourself is, what small steps can you take to redirect your focus back to you? So this one is a bit of a one where it's a bit of a funny one. And I tell you why. You probably wouldn't know what small steps to take. You probably feel overwhelmed or numb or just feel like there's no thought about what small steps you could take, right? To put the refocus back to you. Because the energy has been so big in terms of mental energy, emotional energy, physical energy into that difficult person and that painful situation that you don't know how to take a step back to you. So let's think about this, right? What is it that you've not done in a very long time that gives you joy? That helps you loosen up, basically. Have you put on some music that's made you feel good? Have you watched a movie? What small step can you take to shift the focus back to you? Is there something that you'd like to incorporate into your life for the better of your well-being? So that could be meditating, reading a book, going for a walk, taking up a new active sport or workout or yoga, I don't know. Anything that connects you back to you that you feel good about doing, not something that will challenge you, but you just feel good about doing. It could even be going to a coffee shop or socializing with people that you love that bring out the best in you, right? That is steps you can take to redirect your focus back to yourself. It's no big aha moment. It's no big I have healed. It's not about that. It's about taking the small steps back to you. It's about placing the boundaries mentally, visually thinking about the boundaries. So if things are coming up in terms of thoughts about the experience or emotions, think about the boundaries, right? The boundaries of having your home, you as your safe space, and what you allow in that safe space as well. If you are truly struggling with your energy, your mental energy, emotional energy, then tune back to you. Tune it back to you. Tune it back to, what is this costing me right now? What is it costing me right now? Think about this, what we spoke about earlier. What is it costing me? And we will go back to this. We will go back to, actually, I need to focus on something that I have been neglecting in terms of my well-being, in terms of my life, right? I need to get back to my life. I desire that normality. I'm taking back my energy because I want peace in my life. I don't want this. This is not me. It's not you. It's not you. It's not part of your identity. So if you feel like the energy you've been putting out into those toxic situations and people, narcissistic situations and people, it feels like it's made you go in, you've lost yourself a little bit, you've lost your identity, then think, what has it cost me? So when things arise, think about, what is this costing me right now? Where am I placing my energy? Is it back at you? And how can I reclaim my power back to me? What is it? What small step can I take to redirect my focus back to me and my life? Right? I'm sorry if I've been looking down, guys. I've had to take notes because I have a chronic tiredness sometimes, and it does impact my thoughts in the long run. Not like bad, but like just in a way where I lose focus. So I need my little props to help me. So I'm sorry if I'm not too much in the camera and I sound a bit like tired sometimes, but it feels good to have this little video, this one-to-one, and it's nice that, you know, I want you guys to reshift your focus, reshift your energy back to you, because you are precious. And it's all about knowing yourself. It's not about getting lost in the experiences. I remember when I came out of you know, painful situation and dealing with a difficult person, that I felt stuck. My energy was stuck, right? And I didn't know how to shift that energy. I didn't know where to begin in life. So what I did instead was I focused on my responsibilities, and it made it worse for me. And it's not that I wanted to give up on my responsibilities. No, nothing of the sort. It's just that it made me more disconnected to myself. And I was still living in survival mode, and I needed to cut that off. I just needed to do these little things, like taking the small steps to redirect my focus back to me, and think about really, what is it I enjoy to do? What is it that will be mentally stimulating? So now I love to read books. Now I find painting. I've started painting, guys. I'm no like, you know, Picasso or something, but like, it's just like, it's so therapeutic and it feels so good to do. And there's loads of videos on social media how you could do paintings. If you don't know how to draw, just paint with the watercolor paint. It's lovely. I listen to all sorts of music, worldly music. I love that. And food is, I love food, right? So when I focus on these things, even if it's just like watching videos on social media, I wouldn't say get overstimulated by it, but you know what I'm saying, on things that make you happy, things that make you want, actually, I want to try this, let's do this, right? That's nice. So things like mobility. So if you haven't felt in your body as well, I think when you tune into feeling in your body, moving your body, even if you can't, if you've got medical issues, but you are just doing slow movements like Qigong or Tai Chi or chair yoga even, right? Moving your body slowly, you will feel like you are connecting back to yourself, you are giving back to yourself, you're reclaiming your energy. So that's, you know, that's something I would recommend. I hope you are all okay, and take care. I'm hoping to put another video out tomorrow. Let's see, but I'm gonna keep positive about this because I really want to help you guys out. Take care. Bye.